Good morning, guys. It is a lovely Sunday morning here in Kyrgyzstan. Today we were supposed to go only in Bishkek, but we found another interesting object which is called the Sky Bridge, and we are gonna see it in a bit. After that, we will return to Bishkek and we'll hit the streets to try to show you what this town has to offer. We arrived at the bridge. First, I'm gonna show you very beautiful waterfall. Here it is. Unfortunately, there is not too much water now because we are at November and there is still not much rain and snow yet. Here is the bridge itself. Unfortunately, the sun is directly in front of us, and in a bit we will also cross it. Well, here is how the bridge itself looks. It is a little bit shaky, as you can see. Most probably it will become more shaky. You should be careful, as we are quite high above the river, but generally it is not so much scary if you don't look below, and there are not too much people crossing. The balance is crucial here because you should go right in the middle, and it is good idea to have your hands at both sides, not to shoot with camera, which is what I am doing now, but I need to show you the experience, guys, so I'm not doing it the optimal way. Anyway, we are almost at the end now, and here you can have some rest and you can see the height of this. Here you can see how it is a little bit shaking. And from here you have a place with a very beautiful view towards the mountains, which is popular for the tourists to make some pictures. By the way, the tax for the bridge is 500 som, which is okay. It's not too expensive. Yesterday the beer in the craft bar cost me 360 som. I don't remember if I told you this, so I'm adding it here. And with that very beautiful view of the mountains, I think it is the right time to go back through the bridge, and after that go to Bishkek and start exploring it. Well guys, this is the so-called Osh Bazaar. This is the main market of the city, at least one of the big markets. You know that I really like such places because they show how the local people actually live. So let's see what we can have here. Maybe get some street food, drink, so on. The weather is lovely, so let's explore. Now we have some fruits and vegetables here, so maybe we should make business with the lady. Here we are entering the market. By the way, I got two bananas for 72 som, which is around 70 euro cents, something like that, which is very affordable price. Here we have mainly clothes in this section, and also some street food, which maybe I will check in a bit. Let's see in fact what we have. Something. This is with meat, meso, chicken. Okay, one. No, no, no. It's okay. Just okay. So guys, let's see what we have. This should be samsa. Just a moment. Питал я за дръж малко. This should be with chicken. Let's see. Here is how it looks. Yeah, definitely chicken, but good. Here we also have a spice market. Generally, this looks to be the fruits and vegetables section, which looks pretty good. Maybe we should try to find some traditional Kyrgyz drinks, which are mostly based on fermented milk, but let me find some and we will also taste this. This section seems to be with some ready foods to eat. The samsa was pretty good, so I'm not hungry currently. But let's really try to find some traditional drinks. Here we also have section with some flowers. This market is interesting because you have a blend of many different things. You have clothes, you have food, you have flowers, and all of this is relatively close to each other. Usually markets are separated by bigger sections which sell only one type of goods, but here the blend is pretty interesting. Generally Everybody sells whatever he wants. So it will not be so easy to find kumis, but let's try to get to this traditional drink. What you see here are different types of cheese, but cheese which is dried and can be used after that for cooking. For example, if you put it in a soup or so on. This type of food is very popular in South Central Asia because it has long time of storage, and it is also very light, very easy to transport. This is how a typical toilet at the market looks. One thing that I like about this market is that it's very clean generally, and also the prices are clearly labeled, so there is no tourist prices here. As normal, there is a lot of traffic. I see pomegranates there. Maybe we can buy some pomegranate juice. Hello. This pomegranate. This is this. А сколько?
300.
300. Да, окей. Спасибо. This guys is freshly made pomegranate juice. Let's taste it. I should be careful because yeah, it's a little bit difficult, but okay, it is done. Let's see. This is really good. This is freshly made, simply great. So the price of this is just around €3, which for half a liter of freshly squeezed juice is really good. We are still not successful in finding kumis, but the market is big, so let's continue the exploration. This is a meat section. In fact, it also looks pretty good, except for the fact that I'm not sure how much of this is refrigerated. But anyway, the weather is not hot today, so maybe it is okay. These are the ovens where they bake their traditional bread, which is also very popular in the other Central Asian countries like Uzbekistan, for example. The oven itself is called tandoor. Okay guys, we found it. This is kumis. Let's taste it. It is interesting. It is fermented. It is very sour, and I'm not sure if this is the wisest thing I'm doing right before flight, but anyway, it's good. We needed to taste it, and it cost 75 som, which is around less than €1, around 70 cents. Let's taste also this, which is called bozo. It is not made of milk, but from fermented wheat, I think. Definitely less sour than the Kyrgyz. You can see also the difference of the colors. I like it better and it costs just 25 som. So guys, I found another interesting thing called zgushtenka. Absolutely no idea what to expect here. And let me just open it. Let's see what this is. It is extremely thick and extremely sweet, but I really like it, by the way. So I think that traditional drinks are done for today. We tasted what we could. Let's see what we have on the market. This is how their traditional bread looks. And we also have some meat. Well, we finally found the specialized meat section. As you can see, there is a lot of meat. Really a lot. And we also bought traditional Kyrgyz sausage made of horse meat, but I will show it to you in a bit because here is a little bit busy. Okay, let's taste this horse sausage. Here is how it looks. In fact, it is delicious. It has a little bit of smoked flavor, but very good. Here you can see the National Philharmony of Kyrgyzstan, and in front of it is the statue of Manas. Manas is Kyrgyz national hero who is celebrated for uniting the 40 Kyrgyz tribes in one country. So he is a very famous person here and very respected by the whole society. Let me get a little bit closer. Maybe during the summer here there are fountains, but currently they are not working. But anyway, the statue is pretty impressive. Well guys, we are approaching maybe the last object that we will manage to cover for today. What you see in front of me is the parliament building of the Kyrgyz Republic. As you can see, this is the typical brutalist architecture of the Soviet times. And it is completely normal to be like that because after all, this building was built during the Soviet times. There are fountains here which most probably work during the summer. I'm not 100% sure, but they look pretty well maintained, so probably they are working when the weather is hot. And in a bit I will also show you the Awatu Square, which is also a very famous place, or as people know it, the Independence Square. Let me get there in a bit and I will also show it to you. You can already see the really huge Kyrgyz flag flying high in the air on this very high pillar. And in a bit you will also be able to see the so-called Friendship of Nations monument. By the way, the building behind it is the so-called National Museum. It is the National Museum of Kyrgyzstan. Unfortunately, we don't have the time to go there and see what's inside, And you already know that I'm not too big fan of museums anyway. So let's get closer and see what we have. You can see the soldiers on guard. In their parade uniforms. And here you can also see another big statue of Manas. We already saw one on the previous square, but this one is even more massive than that. So that's the whole square. It looks like a very important place for the Kyrgyz people. You can see how big is the street going through it. So guys, that's about it. I'm not sure if we will have the time to show you something more from Bishkek. Maybe there will be time for one more meal before going to the airport. So this trip is nearing its end, but there is still some things to be seen. One more view of the Awatu Square, the massive square with the big flag and the statue of Manas. And now we will also see the Friendship of Nations monument, which is a little bit farther. Let's get to it. And we should hurry up here. And you can see in the distance already the Friendship of Nations monument. I'm not exactly sure if this particular monument is for the friendship between two nations, Kyrgyz and somewhere else, or maybe it is a general friendship monument. But here is how it looks. As you can see, some young people are playing here. Overall, it looks like a very peaceful and pleasant place for a Sunday walk. So guys, yesterday I had some unfinished job to do, and it was to visit the first craft beer bar that I found, the Brewster. Yesterday I came too late and it was about to close, so let me show it to you now. Here is how it looks from inside. It is, as you can see, a very beautiful place. They have a good selection of 12 draft beers, and they also have some which you can buy in cans or in bottles. I am tasting the PQ Anti-Ne IPA, which sounds that's an interesting name. But let's see how it tastes also. Here is the cover, as you can see, typical New England IPA. That's good, definitely good. Not a little bit on the bitter side, but also very light. The peachy and citrusy flavors are not too strong. Alcohol just 6.5%, so great start. So guys, we are continuing our exploration of the craft beer scene in Bishkek. This is again another beer from the Raccoon Brewery. This is the Kentucky Stout. Yeah, this is good. This is very similar to the Guinness, the Irish type of dry stouts, but it is not so dry. There is a little bit sweetness which better balances the inherent bitterness of this style. So definitely good. So guys, we are continuing our exploration here and we found this nuclear brewery which contains some fruits, pomegranate and wild cherry. Let's see what we have. This I can compare it a little bit with let's say Castel Rouge or La Chouffe Ruby. Looks like a Belgian fruity ale and definitely is good. It is a little bit on the expensive side. It costs 650 som, which is around 6.5 euro, which for this country is expensive, but anyway, it is definitely good. So guys, things are slowly going to an end here. This is another time the first New England IPA that I tasted here. It is the best beer that I tried, very good. So I think that this is the right time to finalize this series. There were great 48 hours. Now we should drink a little bit more beer and go to the airport. See you at the next adventure, which will be in December. I think will be in European Union, but not in Europe.
Desem başında Havidim acı gördüğü Sasoti muzdakçil ayırmale cahani karagöz Ağidim o kadırdı bilsen özümden Kanasıya güldürdü құштан Турана басып сырлашқанда мұндай мұң қашқан жырғал Күндірдің ай, күндірдің ой, күндірдің ай, ай Жаштықты ғана қандайда ойлайсың Сен күлгік жас сусардайда жайлайсың Жақындап шалмасалардаңа сен бір жаз білет айтай Ойнайсың ай, ойнайсың ой, ойнайсың ай, ай